Hello, and welcome back to Coin Lady channel. Gentlemen, Ripple is now onboarding additional on-demand liquidity partners who will be putting XRP and the XRPL to use in applications beyond only international money transfers. It has come to light that Senator Cynthia Lummis has weighed in on the ongoing crypto regulation debate. We'll also think about whether the SEC will immediately contest the Waves ruling. Does Bank of America have a point that it's hard to foresee how the Ripple's ruling would affect US crypto businesses? Stay with me till the end, with the intention of gaining knowledge. If this sounds like something that would pique your curiosity, don't hesitate to watch this brand new video. An exciting case of new on-demand liquidity partners for Ripple has been reported by a prominent XRP community member. The Singaporean agriculture company Nutrisource, a notable partner since 2021, has made remarkable headway in sub-Saharan Africa thanks in large part to the use of XRP. Utilizing state-of-the-art farm equipment, apps, and tech-based methods. The farmers of Uganda, Kenya, Cameroon, and Tanzania all benefit from Nutrisource. Using Nutrisource and Ripples from the Farm Center app, farmers now have instantaneous access to vital financial inputs and transparent price discovery for their products thanks to the efforts of OTL. Wilk, in a recent interview, emphasized that farmers like the Ivorian farmer would particularly benefit from this functionality because of the way Nutrisource stands out due to the coordination of its operations and trade financing. Even while other recent OTL partners such OSINS, Valencia, and Star Dreams have analogous patterns, doubts remain regarding XRP's actual use case. It has been noted that this growing trend demonstrates XRP's potential to become a trustworthy infrastructure with applications beyond the typical realms of treasury and money transfer. Ripple's primary assertion from November of 2020 in order to pave the way for this shift in perspective, seeing the unrealized potential in many different fields. The payment solution provider, best known for its work with banks, has broadened its offerings to include corporations like Nutrisource. Ripple's rapid expansion into new markets shows the company is committed to adapting to meet the demands of its customers across a wide range of sectors, including retail, online agriculture, IT, and the supply chain. The evolution of the Ripple's approach was driven by a desire to remedy the widespread problems with the established financial system. Client interest prompted Ripple to expand its focus beyond remittances, which was the company's primary area of concentration. Because of this, the company's worldwide payments network is being used for more purposes, such as internal treasury management, payroll disbursements, and bulk transactions. The narrative of how Ripple's OTL partners are utilizing XRP for trade and commerce marks a new age for the utility of the cryptocurrency, as seen by the fact that between November and January, Common Ripple revealed a few extra payment partners and OTL users. Its importance as a part of the world's monetary system has grown as its range of applications has broadened. Cynthia Lummis, a senator from Wyoming, stated recently that lawmakers in Washington need to move quickly to establish a comprehensive regulatory framework for cryptocurrencies. Lummis and New York Senator Kirsten Gillibrand introduced the Lummis Deliberate Bill, which they describe as the most comprehensive and nonpartisan approach to handle the digital currency field, in response to concerns raised by the Ripple decision about the lack of precise regulations governing digital currencies. With the goals of consumer protection and encouraging innovation in the business, the Lummis Deliberate and Bill improves upon the previous version, which they released months before FTX's death in 2022. Lewis stated in an interview that we can implement sufficient consumer protections and controls in this market to ensure that a failure similar to FTX is highly unlikely to occur in the United States. We know how to keep things under control. We may confidently define both a commodity and a security. The key idea behind their proposal is the separation of stock and commodity markets. The bill mandates transparency from businesses, assigns new duties to the SEC to better protect consumers, and delegates enforcement responsibilities to existing regulatory bodies. To encourage openness and responsibility, The Commodity Futures Trading Commission also requires Bitcoin exchanges to register. The two senators are certain that the Securities and Exchange Commission and the Commodity Futures Trading Commission can handle their responsibilities in the cryptocurrency industry under the new measure. Senator Loomis stated that the strategy had received widespread approval after being thoroughly studied in meetings with regulators and industry experts. The crypto industry is in a precarious financial position as a result of regulatory uncertainty, which has prompted some companies to travel outside for regulatory certainty. J.P. Morgan reportedly outlined the regulations of the SEC and CFTC and lobbied Congress to establish a comprehensive framework for regulating the cryptocurrency industry, as reported by NBC. There are other options besides the Loomis and Gillibrand measure, which is gaining popularity. Chairman of the House Financial Services Committee Patrick McHenry has introduced proposed legislation to regulate virtual currencies. David Schwartz is also a. Recently, Ripple's CTO weighed in on the heated debate around the SEC's possible course of action and the Ripple issue. On Tuesday, renowned legal expert James Metalman Murphy offered the following forecasts regarding the SEC's possible future moves. Before anything else, Metalman brought up the possibility of an SEC interlocutory appeal. Second, the top lawyer hinted that a trial involving the alleged aiding and abetting of Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson, 30 executives at Ripple, might proceed. The SEC may drop its complaint against Garlinghouse and Larson, as Metalman pointed out, and seek an urgent appeal against the court. Metalman argued that the FTC might drop its case against Garlinghouse and Larson and immediately appeal Judge Torres's judgment. The securities regulator would not seek approval from Judge Torres or the Second Circuit, according to the legal expert. Metala's latest assertion that the SEC would settle with Ripple is highly doubtful, according to the analyst. Predictably, XRP backers reacted to the Metalocene study and the Ripple effect. The chief technology officer chimed in. On Wednesday, Short tweeted that the SEC's dismissal of its case against Ripple officials was final and not subject to immediate appeal. According to Schwartz, the dispute between the parties was not finally settled by Judge Corse's order, particularly with respect to the remedies. Schwartz noted that the parties have not argued over potential remedies since the court's ruling. Metal Weapons, Schwartz, and the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, may look into one of three potential scenarios. The fundamental points in the complaint were decided by Judge Torres, but the case is far from ended. It's worth noting that a judge in the Southern District of New York ruled that $720 million worth of XRP sold through Ripple's programmatic trading on digital exchanges is not a security. B Securities, she found out, had raked in $728.9 million from direct XRP sales to institutional clients, which Ripple's had not. Meanwhile, the judge has yet to rule on the charge of aiding and abetting leveled against Ripple's top brass. It was also left up to the discretion of the judges to decide how much of a fine Ripple will have to pay for violating securities legislation by selling XRP to institutional investors. Notably, the court is expected to set a trial date in due course. The burning question now is whether or not the Ripple judgment will have a significant impact on the U.S. cryptocurrency market. If you want to be among the first to know about any XRP-related updates, please subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon. According to a new CoinDesk report, Bank of America analysts weigh in on the recent decision in the SEC litigation involving Ripple and Judge and Alyssa Torres. The American banking behemoth claims that Judge Torres's order does not address the regulatory uncertainty problem in the U.S. money in cyberspace. The leading financial institution noted that it is difficult to foresee how the judgment will affect the sector, despite the fact that proponents of digital assets hailed the court's decision. Bank officials said it was difficult to foresee how their choices would play out. Notably, Bank of America made the announcement while stressing the importance of regulatory clarity in fostering cryptocurrency use. In contrast to most other industrialized countries, the United States lacks a comprehensive structure for its industrial sector. Instead, the NASS and business are governed by vague administrative policies and standards. The SEC has been aggressive in its efforts to establish itself as the sector's proper regulator. The SEC classifies all digital assets except from Bitcoin as securities. He has also ignored calls for more specific guidance, maintaining that the securities laws as they stand are sufficient. Coinbase and the American Exchange have sued the agency for this purpose, which the agency is defending. The company is trying to force the SEC to respond to its regulation petition. In spite of widespread speculation that Judge Torres' judgment could bring regulatory clarity to the nascent market, few analysts expect it to have a decisive impact on the cryptocurrency market as a whole. Keep in mind how Ripple prevailed over the SEC on multiple occasions. According to Judge Torres, digital exchange programmed sales of Ripples do not constitute the sale of securities. Additionally, XRP has been deemed not to be a security. The judge ruled that Ripple's XRP sales to financial institutions were indeed fraudulent. As a result, the judge ruled that Ripple's programmatic sale of XRP on digital asset exchanges did not constitute an unlawful offer or sale of investment contracts. The Bank of America says, "This is primarily due to the fact that a market had already been created through the illegal first offering and selling of investment contracts to institutional investors." Meanwhile, the leading financial institution, Bank of America, lauded the uniqueness of Ripple's XRP products. Important financial institution applauded Ripple for its work in cross-border settlements, and the VOA report came out just a few weeks later. As was previously reported, Bank of America is putting greater emphasis on how Ripples is using blockchain technology to streamline international payments. This video has now come to a close, gentlemen. Like what you see? The clip. If you liked it, please show your appreciation by subscribing. See you later, bye.